We start about the faith. The faith here actually is kind of belief of trust. When you trust somebody, right? So normally in English you would say like you have faith with somebody. You have in you. You have faith in your teacher. You have faith in
God.
God. You have faith to even your friend,
Mm.
right? You have faith your friend that he would help you. It means some certain kind of trust, right? But the faith in religion is very different because normally the faith in religion uh, it's given, it's taken for granted. Normally, your friend, the faith to your friends is conditional. The faith to somebody is conditional. Even the faith to a leader of a country like Trump at the moment, a lot of faith is still conditional, and it will see. It will see sometime. When he go, it will see, and it won't be forever because the faith is very. It's also like kind of emotion. One of the emotion, the feeling of trust somebody, and when you have faith, so that's why you come, and like we said, you said that the faith is some kind of trust that you don't know. Probably the trust is go above the uh, the ability of you recognize, right? So that's why you say like that. But in fact, yes, for the faith in religion is different because it has been created for thousands of years. That the faith, for example, like the strongest faith in we have how many religions we have right now? We have like cannot this one. The longest religion we have, I think, is the Hindu, and the second longest is going to be like Buddhism, and the third one is Muslim. I am not sure between the Muslim and the Buddhism how which one is older, but I'm pretty sure the Hindu is the oldest because Hindu they have the history back to 20,000 years, and Buddhism they have like 2,500 years. Christian have like 2,000 years. I'm not sure how long the Muslim is. I don't know. That is the few majors religion. Of course, now you have uh, more newer religion. Like I don't see that in Thailand. It's just another one is associated with the Christian.
Catholic?
It's Christian. They have Catholic and
Protestant?
uh, Protestant.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, it's the same group. You know, for example, like in Buddhism, they have so many, but it's still the same group of Buddhism. For example, in Buddhism, they have the oldest one is original. Original normally you call it Hinayana,
Mm.
and the newer you call Mahayana, right? So the Hinayana is the like original. Like the, now you can find Hinayana is in Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, and Sri Lanka, in India. That those five countries they still have the original of the Hinayans, and others like Vietnam, China, Taiwan, Japan, and Tibet. Even Tibet is still Mahayana. But Tibet they have different one like they call it Tibetan. A different branch of they have more structures, just similar to the Hinayan. Hinayan, the original, they have very high structure in the Buddhism. So they have the king monk, and then they manage everything down there. Hinayan they don't have. Hinayan is quite like open, really, Buddhism. So no matter, I don't mean like which one better or which one worse. That's the business. But now we are talking about the faith. The faith here is different because first of all, like when you talk about Hindu, this what have been like inherit. The children normally religion they inherit from their parents. Some they adopt, but some adopt, but not really many people adopt a religion because it's come from their little kid. So if your parent Christian, you tend to be Christian. If your parents are Muslim, you tend to be Muslim. Your parents are Buddhist, you tend to be Buddhist. So depend, it's common. Some family, they do like one of my uncle, like a story I told you, like because they are two different faith. One is Buddhist, one is Christian, and then they didn't want to compromise, but suddenly they seek a compromise that so they could get married. So he keep his religion, she keep her religion. So she Christian, he Buddhist, and then they agree on so like if they have son, son would be Buddhist. If they have daughter, daughter going to be Christian. And finally turn out the old son. They know. So you see that it's different, right? So probably the religion is inherit from their parent decision, and it's review because normally when you talk about trust, so what about trust? Trust normally you would say like it must be built, right? It's not given, right? So you see the the church in the religion, it has been built for a long time already, thousands of years. And of course, there are some good, some bad in that. You can see nowadays. Probably that, but the essential point here is the faith. The faith, you see that I would say some some people they never change the religion, never change the faith, especially the Christian Catholic hard to change their mind. No matter if they don't go to the church, but they don't change their mind. They always present them as the Catholic. Even though they don't go to church every week, they should support you. They go to church maybe just one in a year or things like that. But so some Buddhists the same thing. Some Buddhists, some they could go to temple for years. But they all routine, routine because their parents say, oh, you are Buddhist, so you want to be Buddhist. So you think that is the faith in it or not? You see?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like difficult to say, right? It's kind of like tradition that you follow with. But follow that way is more like less wisdom. Like I say like that. But in here, uh, when you want to practice spirituality, so spirituality here we are on the way into liberation, the liberation of without religion. I'm not teaching you, I'm not taking you into any religion. I am not creating any religions. But the way we go will take you from the seed into the blossom, fruit. Later, it's not easy. There are a lot of practices. So faith in religion, I would say it's very important because if you don't have a faith in religion, and then you don't have any, you are not a member of that, right? If you don't have a faith in Christian, you never retain yourself as a Christian, even though you don't go to churches. You don't go to mass. I go to mass. I go to churches. But ask me about faith in Christian. I wouldn't answer you that. I don't know what faith in that. But I find that the peace, some goodness in that. I often go to church to meditate. I really encourage people, if you are practicing meditation, try to go to church. You progress faster in church. You can go deeper in meditation in churches, then go to the temple or even at home. That's very interesting thing. So back to the faith again, to practice, because we are on the way to remove ignorance. We remove self-center. We are removing um, the the arrogant, and so we have to practice. We have to give the self away. Giving the self away here doesn't mean that we do something nonsense. We are practicing ourselves at the mother age. The mother is giving us life, right? Giving us everything, giving us food, give us everything, air, everything. We come from earth, and when we die, we back to earth, and we learn to live like our mother. It's crazy because it's a way to create, to help us to generate compassion in us, and a lot of things, uh, a lot of things, in our society now, compassion and love. And I told you, without understanding, you can't love. So we go here, we go step by step. So faith, the faith really important because when we talk uh, about giving something or doing something for someone, it's so crazy. Like I would like give you one of example about the prostration, and prostration can be very different in Buddhism or in any other religion. Let me say about the Buddhism prostration. The in Thailand, the prostration. You remember the prostration in Thailand when you see that when you prostrate you have to underneath and then you just hold your head, your forehead support to touch the floor, and your two hands have to straight down like this. And your head in the middle, it touches to the floor. You brought straight to your teacher. You brought straight to the monk because the monk represent for the Buddha. So when you brought straight to the monk, it means like you brought the Buddha. And in Vietnam, in China, they prostrate similar, but it less serious like that. They just do quickly, and then for the Tibetan, they prostrate even more than that. It's more serious. I had a chance to go to India many years ago, and then I saw one of the woman. She was standing with her, how to call that one, the
Malabi.
huh?
Malabi.
Yeah, that's what. And then she just praying Om Mani Padme Hum, and then she just she lie down completely on the floor, and then she just cross her, just like you do the sit up, or you do the ab
Yeah.
thing. It's amazing. If you do that, I'm telling you. So that's why I saw the Tibetan. Oh my God, they have nice body. You see, you should do that prostration. It's good for you. So you can see that the faith, people. It's amazing. why people do that? And then I had another change to my aunt. She went to one of the because my aunt she Buddhism, but she Mahayan. She not Hinayan. And then she went to one of the Hinayan temple, and she saw people cross street like Thai people, cross like down, they cross street, the monk like that, and she said, no, she's not going to do that. Because her faith different, right? And her belief different. You see now the belief the different to the teacher because in Mahayana probably the worship to monk is not a common thing. They don't because even the monk or the nun in Mahayana they would worship back to you when you do. But of course they don't just only like that, but they just why in Thai you call why. But so that's why you say the faith of Thai people I told you before is very high, and that's why. It's eating to the culture of Thai people. Thai people they wife each other, they wife each other for the meeting and for the goodbye, for the respect of like that. Even the older people they would do in return. You see the respect of people is very high. Eating to the culture, the faith like that, and that about the faith, isn't because the given trust you give it and you take the faith for granted, right? And then the reason take that you should do like that. Okay, that is just the surface of it, but now we go into the core. Why faith, why prostration? Because practicing spirituality and practicing because you are looking for yourself. Yourself, what is yourself? Yourself is the selfless. Yourself is mean not because self, I'm here. No. The self that is the blind, the read, the red. So one because what you want to achieve the God's mind state, right? You want to achieve the heaven state. So the heaven state they know you, no I. There's no such thing. And we are on the way like that. So you are on the rocky way. You are practicing. So to remove your ignorance, because ignorance is normally it stay in the self. Because I, we always say I, I. Who is I? Who is I? There are no eyes. Me, my hand is you. Your hand is you, or your head, my mind, my eyes, everything is mine. When you say mine, it means not you, nothing about you. It's like nothing. But we always do things for me, for myself. For what? We come to this world and we go away. We just use our body as a vessel to improve our spirituality. But doesn't mean that we don't value our body. Our body is very sacred. It's our body, human, especially human body. We have intelligence. We are built of billion of years. Just imagine our Earth is 4.5 billion of years. And we are just right now. Our culture only 20, 30,000 years. And we achieve this level. This means this time is the highest level of development on Earth, of evolution. That's right. Not billion years ago. No. Not 5 billion years ago. No. Now, it's the highest of evolution stage of Earth. And Earth is just a part of the cosmos. So how to be Earth? This Earth give us anything in condition? No. We just consume, we consume, we consume. We don't understand how we destroy our world, our the surrounding, our climate change, everything that we create trouble. But we have to do like that. We have to go through that. If we don't go through this, how do we know that we are creating trouble of the climate? This is our karma, our lesson. Our Mother Earth lets us learn to it, right? And if we say like that, if our Mother Earth have faith in it, not about faith. Because Mother is created. She knows us. So now we are learning to know that like she knows us. We know us, we know ourselves. Whatever we do is spirituality. That is ethic, that is moral. Every act we do in conscience. We do everything that we know. We are aware of it. Everything that is awakened action. Just like storm, just like rain, just like earthquake, everything change. Change for the new thing. It's like now we create trouble. We create our world too hot because of carbon dioxide. And now what's come to us? And we learn, oh no, we should reduce the waste in the nature and things like that. And we have more conscious. We have to reduce the waste of plastic because plastic go to the sea and then animal eat it. Plastic go to the field and animal eat and they die because they mistaken as food. That's our mistake. We learn, right? If we didn't do it, we didn't litter it before, we wouldn't know this problem, trouble. And now we see that trouble a lot. We see animal die. And now we see the thing, we pile up the trash and we ate viruses. Those viruses now, for example, the COVID-19 or coronavirus. Who created? Of course, it may not be in the lab, but it's the action of human created. If we didn't violate animal, abuse them, the wild animal, probably we wouldn't have today, right? And then you see that everything, but this thing important, it happened, so we will learn. We will learn. We will develop our technology, our medicine, and also we learn how our world we're going to live together.
So we're going through this trouble as also a way to evolve, actually.
Yeah, we will evolve. Finally, anything happen, we will evolve. That's the way. And now you see everything is faster than before. If we don't have the global, connection, the technology nowadays, the virus wouldn't spread so fast. It wouldn't look like this, right? And now because of technology, things like that. So now it's like that. So now we are learning. We in the process to seeing, developing our eyes as God eyes. Just say like I have a chance to go to Vietnam many years ago. There was a religion in Vietnam. They call it Cao Đài. Cao Đài is a religion in the south of Vietnam, and I went to the temple. I was very surprised because in Cao Đài they have everything in there. They have Jesus, they have Buddha, they have they think I think they have monkey, they have they doing everything in their religion. So I don't know what they learned there, but you see that. But they have the eye. The eyes here is the God eyes. God doesn't mean that we are not talking about God. Oh God, they know God, right? Mm-hmm. There we are talking the mother parent, the cosmic parents, the cosmic eyes. Our mother earth eyes. She look everything. She give us and she take. No, she doesn't. She just teach us a lesson. Right? We get to behave. We have to evolve. We have to evolve more. No more war. We have to develop. We have to understand each other. America is the same example of the coming world going to be. Everybody have to live harmonized, not going to fight one another. Otherwise, we're going to destroy our world. We will go to the extinct. And it's not important even if human species extinct. There is different species coming back. So we're going to behave right now. Every of us, we have to save ourselves. But our entire civilization are evolving. If we are evolving in the right way, we will develop. We evolve in the wrong way. We go into war. We develop more aggressive anger. We allow our emotion go unchecked. We allow our read everything go unchecked. We can't. And mother asks, "We sorry for us?" No, she won't. She lets us go. Best son. We have another son. Another civilization will come. I believe there were many civilizations already before us. Many before already. They did bad. I don't know what happened in the past. You have seen that many civilizations disappear, come and disappear.
Egypt.
Yeah, like the Egypt, like the one in the South America here, the one in Cambodia. Everywhere is so developed. The technology, everything comes so developed. Why? And now where they are? Where are they? They're gone. We don't know, and they lose. Their technology, their knowledge, everything lose. And what remains? The ruin. And when we come to check their ruin, it's amazing. We don't even, our technology haven't able to achieve the level of they was before thousands of years, and they're gone. So we get to behave right now. If we don't behave, we gone. But that is the bigger picture. Because as the individual, save yourself. And I talk about faith. So we come to the faith, especially in the teacher. I tell you, there because the religion is so large. Buddhism, they have many 100 million followers. The Christian even bigger.
Billion.
They have billion. And Muslims have many 100 million people. So you see that the religion is so big. So you cannot count them as a whole. It's up to them. Now it come back to you. If you want to go, you go. If you want to liberate yourself, you go. You go, you start from where? From yourself. And you work outside? Yes. I also encourage you to work outside. To do whatever you want. But don't lose track in you. You have to concentrate on yourself to liberate every day your action, your mind. Everything you do have to be mindful. It has to be uphold some kind of moral. Our society moral not enough. Too lax. We have to adopt some more religion, moral, ethic standard. Become spiritual liberation. Be a religious liberation. What? Everything you act is religious. You can say, I'm very religious person. Religious person doesn't mean you going any religion. No. So that's why I'm asking you, uphold many Buddhist standards. Eightfold path and the Four Noble Truths. Later on, we'll learn more. and the fine receive. Oh, that's kind of ethic, higher ethic. You just need to comply that. You don't need to go further. In Buddhism, there for 200 something rules for monks because it helped them to be helped, to walk, to do things mindful. But they really do that? I don't care. I don't know. And you don't have to care. The thing you care right now is you, right? So you go to take a teacher. You have to follow your teacher. Because when you follow your teacher, you will learn. You will learn. You have faith because now we are going to meditation and we are going to deep in you. We're going deep in you, inside you, in the robot machine. As I said, all human are robot. It's me too. We are a bio robot. We always think like I'm talking to you. How many percent I can control my brain? I don't think that I get a lot more than you. Probably more than you, but not much more than you. Everything is still robotic. How much science learn? Like last week we learned about science and spiritual. How much we learn about curing our body. Not talking about the COVID-19. How much science can you suppress it right now? No. How about immunity? The immunity system we learn completely? No, not yet. How your heart work? You have some medicine. You have the like my mom, she had a problem of high blood pressure about the heart and things like that. Can you cure it? No. Can you cure diabetic? No. How much science you think that you can compare to spirituality? Baby. So that you think about science, right? And now we are going to some point, different point. We're going to your robotic, automatic machine. Everything you know that we are not in people control. Like I said to you, why you have to follow the breath? Because the breath is automatic. You think that you can control your breath? Yes, for a few minutes. Like they say, can you stop breathing 5 minutes? You'll be gone. But try. If somebody try to suffocate you, and then almost die, they will stop you, and then you faint. You don't breathe by yourself. But when they release you, suddenly your body start to work again. Or you see the people fell into war, and what happened to them? Some people they can't swim, they drown, right? And then if you pick them up on the right time, and you try to do some kind of, how do you call that one in medical?
CPR.
Yeah, CPR.
Yeah.
And then they
breathe.
they breathe again. But during that CPR, did they know that? They don't know, right? Everything automatic. So don't think that you control yourself. No. We are all robotic, bio-robotic. Even though the nature gives us the intelligence, like we already